perspective, right? And through that, let me remind all of us a very interesting word, which is passion, right? So today I will focus on reminding all of us, how do you really find a passionate professional in you? අපේ ඇතුලේ ඉන්න ආශ්වාදජනක කන්ට්‍රෝල් කරගන්න බැරුව හැම තැනම දුවන එක චරිතයක් ඉන්නවනේ. අන්න ඒ චරිතෙන් කොහොමද අපි වැඩ ගන්නෙ කියන එක තමයි අපි අද චුට්ටක් කතා කරන්න සූදානම් වෙන්නේ, right? So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any thoughts, you can share with me as well. So while thank you again, let's go back to the session, right? Okay. So this is a bit about me, and I'm currently working in the capacity of a psychologist, especially a specialization in adolescents, like all of you who are here, young ones. And if you have any guidance that you need, please do reach out through edX team. We will be able to help you out in terms of career guidance, life guidance, applications of any type in times of life, right? Okay. So we go back to passion, right? Why are you here today? What made you wanting to come to edX? What made you wanting to tell mom and dad, look, I want to go, let's go. Or maybe other way around. Ammi or Thati or father or mother must have told you, look here, we are going to edX. Let's look at it. Why did you make this decision today? Yes, you have so many opportunities. You want to become a degree holder, you have to find a job, all these things are there. But on top of that, what made you wake up in the morning, get dressed and come here? That is what is called passion. You do have an internal drive. Look, we are a very beautiful species, right? Nobody in the world is there like us. අපි වගේ තවත් සත්ත්ව කොටසක් මේ ලෝකයේ තුල නැහැ. Right? So, ඇයි අපි එහෙම කියන්නේ? අපිට තියෙනවා මෙන්න මේ passion කියන specialization එක. Right? බලු පැටවුන්ට, පූස් පැටවුන්ට නැත්නම් වෙන සත්ත්ව කොටස් ගත්තම නැති දෙයක් තමයි passion එක. So අපි කොහොමද මේ passion එක, මේ internal drive එක අපි කොහොමද පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ අපේ වෘත්තීමය development එක. නැත්නම් our professional development to find what's the job I want to do. Right? Now some of you must be wondering, okay, what's the degree I need to do? I don't know how to figure out the subject area. Right? So we have career counselors who will talk to you and say, look at your passion, look at your values. A lot of conversations will come up. Right? With that, you go home and go back to square one. What do? You feel like I have to do mathematics, but my mom says I have to do biology. I have to do psychology, but my father says I have to do law. So you have a clash between your thoughts and what is your expectations are. So this is where the platform starts. I'm well aware of these conversations happening in between parents, because being in the counseling, most of the time adolescents, youngsters meet me saying, Kaushali, look, I'm having a trouble. My mom wants me to be a lawyer, but I want to be a fashion designer. And they don't see that there is a point. So this conversation is happening because we're very happy you're a passionate human being, right? So do not kill your passion. Ask all these questions. We normally call it, when we have the passion, we tend to ask questions from us. We justify. Adolescents, we all know how to justify, right? Whenever you have to go to the party, how to get the convincing done, that's your passion driving you. So similarly, when you want to pick up your profession, where is your passion and driving you that, right? So we are clear why this is needed, right? So parents, my humble request to you, when this passion comes, sometimes we tend to be authoritative. We tell, look here, what do you know about your life? Now you find the job that I am saying, because I know banking is important. Keep in mind, that's our generation. New arrivals, new perspectives, there's a lot happening. Important thing is, use this passion and get into something called your forward and upward conversation. Sit with the child and ask, why do you think passion is important? Why do you think walking and designing is important? Why do you think journalism is important? So that dialogue is something that you need to get into, right? So having that understanding, why is this needed? Anybody who is planning to a job and not to be happy? Anybody who wants to earn $1 million and not wanting to be able to sit or sleep or talk to parents? Anybody who wants to have a job which is salary of over 700,000 or 1 million in Sri Lankan rupees and not to be able to see your mother or father when they are sick? Anyone who wants to do a job that will give you perfect flying in the world, perfect opportunity in the world, but you can't make it to Sri Lanka to see your mom and dad when they need you? You see how we differ from education when it comes to your passion. So, as much as we need a job, we do have the need of passion. Why? We all need to, as much as so many times we need education, best degree, selections, we need to be aligned with enjoying our moment. So, parents, I would like to remind, whenever your kids are telling you, look, you don't understand what's happening in my world, there's a lot happening with the chat, there's a lot happening in the new fields, especially now these TikTok conversations going on, right? And then social media, girls, tell me what else is there? Snapchat is a new version, right? So these arrangements are their platforms of conversations. Right? Remember when in our generation we used to write a letter to another friend and ask, is biology good for me? Can you tell me? Or we go behind a senior ayya or akki in school who's doing A-levels and ask, can I also be a doctor? But this younger generation, they have passion alignment in a different platform. What is the different platform? Their priority is being happy, which is a good thing, right? I'm sure parents who are working here, you understand, younger ones are always in the office as far as they're happy. If they're not happy, they will quit the job. So good things are happening in the world. Why? You prioritize your happiness. You prioritize your life, right? How do you prioritize your life? You want to enjoy the moment. And you want to make sure you are joyful. Even at workplaces, now you're casually, how many of you are looking for a job and ensure the job I am getting, I need to be able to wear what I like? Right? Now we are thinking in our generation, education, we can't go to a bank wearing a denim or shoes, casual shoes. So see, the perceptions have changed. Right now it's not about the attire, unless you have regulations in place. It's about, even if you are at home in front of a computer, can you get the job done and be happy? So that's where the passion alignment comes in. And the next step, that is, do you feel satisfied when you do your job? So parents are thinking, if you become a lawyer, you will have a lot of money, you will have a lot of clients, you will have a good position, you will have a good standby opportunity in the society, and as a result of that you will be a better adult. Let me guys ask you, is that what your alignment is? Does anyone want to answer me? Smiles say that, right? Now you're thinking, why do I have to care about my designation as far as I can be happy and do my job? So these are the thought clashes that comes as a result of being a passionate professional, and that is important in the job. Why? Because you need to enjoy your life. Remember I told you, you cannot be working from 8:30 till 7 to 9 p.m. on a schedule and end up having heart attack, end up having diabetes, end up having obesity. You also cannot be doing a job that you will be seated, you're paid a lot more, but you don't have time to call your mom or dad. or for that matter partner. If you are an expecting personality, you will not have the opportunity to take a break. So let me take you down to a small story. Very recently, I was taking half a day off in my work because I was doing 3 counseling sessions. I felt a little tired, so I said I'm calling it a mental health day. And one of my very senior lecturers happened to be in the campus. And her first question is, what nonsense is this? Why I all take break? This is mental health. All these things are just casual talks. When we were working, we didn't have these issues. So this came up. So now I'm struggling. My senior lecturer, I have to respond, but I also have to ensure that I put my view out. And I asked, do you really want me to, ma'am, continue with my counseling session? I can do it, but the client will have a hard time with me. Because I am tired, I'm going to talk and back and say, please finish your session, I want to go back home. It's coming out. Right? So tolerance is not in our control, especially when it comes to a job. But what is controlling our performance? If I'm passionate, so that day I was honestly not that passionate to continue, I was very tired. But then halfway through, on the way home, I had a friend who was calling me and saying, Kaushali, badly somebody is in need of a counseling session because there is a suicidal matter. And my inner drive, my passion says, I can't ignore somebody who's in trouble. And that tiredness went away. I was like, okay, let's go, support. So that inner drive, the passion needs to be there in order for you to find out anything that is happy in life. Now, how do we do this when it comes to education? Let's see. Right. Number 1, whenever you want to become a passionate professional, start from not with the degree titles, not with the cost, start from the basics. What are the basics? Breathe, stay grounded, have your analytical power used as a human being, enjoy connectedness, being in the nature. Because you're looking at, I need to get up in the now. You all have completed your O-levels, right? Remember the last 6 months of life? Do you remember how many days you have been actually sleeping well? Or do you remember the days where you have been having a very nice, comfortable clean up or maybe a proper bath? You must have had a shower just to wash yourself, but enjoying that water flowing through your body, or sitting down and thinking how beautiful my life is. When is the last time you did that reflection? This is where we need to be using these grounding techniques. So when we get a start point to be a passionate professional, start off with being connected. Right? Now parents might be wondering, okay, what's this connectedness? We are already connected. Not really when it comes to certain generations. Connectedness is not in the mobile phone. I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you within the last 24 hours have touched the soil with barefoot? You see where we are going? And we have not touched the soil in our barefoot, meaning we have not connected as a species, as a natural human being. We've forgotten our basics of temperature controlling. You're on the shoes throughout. Why? You have to come to lectures, you have to go meet people. It's a lot happening. As a result of that, after another 2-3 years, you say, my heels are cracked and I have to go to a doctor. So, body starts giving you signals. Why? Your connectedness is not there. So, passionate professional starts with the first thing of being connected. What's the second thing? Don't look for the degree. Look for your dream. Who do you see yourself as? Which chair do you want to be seated? Do you have your dream? What's your dream? You want to be a? Okay, something to do with ecosystem. Opportunity in ecosystem. Do you see where in another 2 years time, forget about 5, in another 2 years time, do you see which area you would be seated? Which river? Which color of the nature? This is where dream starts. Because if you do not see, I am seated in this chair, I am driving this car, I am using this platform, here is my service, I am meeting clients, I am getting the tasks done. If you don't have that dream, how do you go through day-to-day study without a passion, without alignment? Think of, okay, look at your parents. I'm going to ask a very controversial question. Pardon me if it offends you, but my intention is not to offend. Out of all your learning, how many of you are using more than 50% of your classroom learning? Parents? Whenever there is a fight at home with the kids, has the classroom taught you how to do resolution? Whenever there's gas is not enough at home, cooking needs to happen, has the classroom teaching taught you what to do? How do you resolve it? What's the passion for you? Kids are saying, Mom, I'm hungry. That triggers you. That's your passion. I don't want to hurt my kids. Similarly, students, in another 5 years' time, with your partner, with your family members, without compromising, what can you enjoy to yourself? Dream. And why? Why is dreaming important? That aligns your day. Keep in mind, this is a long-lasting technique. Now you start off saying, I want to be a perfect accountant, I will do my accountancy degree. After 6 months, mathematics are not really going well, additions are not really going well, and you feel that and you don't get to talk to the parents, you're always in the calculator, you are like, you know what, this doesn't connect. Listen to yourself. Nothing better than your inner voice telling you, get up and walk. Because beautiful thing about us as humans is we get internal signals when we are not happy. Remember in all the classrooms how many times do we sleep after first 10 minutes? And then we try to do this and keep, oh my god, the teacher is looking at me, I need to cover up. But the game plan is on keeping your eyes open, not to absorb the content. But if you're passionate, the days you went to the lecture because it's a super day happening, I really understand what's going on. Did you fall asleep? Did you finish the lecture? Did you sort that or rather felt that lecture is finishing faster? See what the change is. So dream about it. In and out. Now all of you are here to get some options, no? You have degree options, you have so many career options. Go to the dream, play those professions, okay? Being an architect, being an engineer, being an accountant, being an ecosystem manager, being a diverse conservation manager, being a dancer. Different roles, play it in your dream. Which one do you like, you want to pick? Because we have that skill as a human being, please use it. And starting from that, you need to ensure that you explore when you are dreaming. You can't just be in your bed and say, I want to be an accountant and think about it. Go into an accounting firm. I'm sure edX team can help you if they have to go into professional settings. Go to, somebody's living your dream already, right? You said you want to be an ecosystem personality. Already there's 2-3 people in that field. Talk to them and see how is it like. Explore your options. What is it that you are looking at being? And if you don't know, that's a very good start. Why? You know the fact that you don't know. Then you have the opportunity to explore. Remember when we are small, we have these playhouses. We become the driver, we become the teacher, we become all these roles in different professions, right? Play that in your mind. Go into the places and figure out, okay, what's the value I want to live. Now, why I got into counseling, my life story is very controversial. I never started being a psychologist. I ended up doing French. I ended up going into arts faculty, and I ended up doing languages. And now 9 years of my career, I figured out this is not for me. I am happy talking to people, and I did a complete switch into counseling and psychology. So it takes time. It's fine. You're lucky enough to start it early if your passion synced well with the profession, but that doesn't mean you are failing. Most important thing is dream and explore your values and your positions. If you're looking at becoming an engineer, which site? Which area? Do you want to work in Mahavali projects, or do you want to work in a Dubai project? If that's the case, which car you want to drive? What is the house that you want to build up looking like? Based on your dreams, based on your exploration, select, okay, what are the options that I have? Right? Then moving on from that, with all these two things, we need to be realistic now. I would love to be a Kardashian, let's say. Question mark na? Right? I will be looking at Kardashian movies, I will be looking at how they move, still I'm on my bed, which is provided by my parents. No. So we need to be very analytical. How? Figure out, okay, you have a dream, you have your exploration and a position. Do you have the skill? Now you said you want to be an ecosystem personality. Can you stay out in the long hot sun? Can you tolerate bug bites? Are you okay to leave your home and stay away for a few days? If you want to be a person, a singer, how good are you in vocal practices? Right? Do an analysis of your own self. What is good about me? What is bad about me? Now, there are so many, I would say, girls who are looking at professions like wanting to be, I have had a lot of girls reaching out saying, I want to be a lawyer. Why? Because I don't really like to go to outside. Then I ask, are you okay to take the criticism in a court? No, I don't want. Here comes a clash between your dream, exploration and analysis. If you don't like to get criticism, you know how lawyers hammer each other, not for purposeful revenge, but the profession involves. When it comes to certain other arrangements, you do have pros and cons. So think about it and analyze. Do a SWOT analysis on you. SWOT. I'm giving you the trademark. If you're not heard about it, go Google. We all have the technology now. So SWOT analysis involves finding out your own threats, your own weaknesses, your own good opportunities. Nobody knows you better than yourself, not even your parents. Right? Okay. And with that, please ensure that you go behind these three and realize your job role. You're here to see what are the programs, just don't go for shopping carts. Why? What do we do when we go to supermarket? Oh, there's a chocolate on the way, and doctor had been telling ignore chocolates, but there you go, your mind says grab one, and then you see, okay, there's Edna and there's Candos also, let me pack another one. Right? That's casual supermarket decisions, which is okay because that's about your daily concerns. But about your life concerns, do not go shopping. Do a thorough analysis and make sure you realize it. What's your dream dear? What are you looking at? What do you want to be? Any idea? A counselor. Okay. So if you want to be a counselor, as of today, have you seen how a counseling platform look like? How does it look like? Have you been to a hospital to see how, well, I don't have any comments about it, but have you been to a hospital to see what the setting is like? What about you? How is your plan? What's your plan? Any angle? You at the back? No idea yet? It's okay. If you don't have an idea, you have a blank sheet. Start fresh. Important thing is, whenever you're selecting your degree pathway, do a tracking back, because you have your professional, passionate professional with you. Do a track back. Okay, I really want to be a counselor and I need a job of this amount of payments. Counselors are very in demand these days, so yes, by all means. But having said that, what's the range? Do you know an average range of a counselor payment? Do you know the average range of a system support personnel? Do your studies to figure out what's my entry criteria in terms of job market and cater to that. Okay, do I do just a IBM degree, or do I specifically do something that matches my passion, that matches my value, that I can have a happy time and I get paid? Parents, our generation was difficult. We had to cope up with different salaries. Whereas it's a little different now, because it's not about the degree title, it's about how practical you are in life, the application of passion in your career. Are we good? Do we understand where our basics are? So I wanted to share this dear concept, because it's about dreaming, it's about exploring, it's about analyzing, and it's about realizing. Do this today. Take all possible degree titles, degrees that are available, the costings, and take home today. Lay it down, categorize it, analyze it, and see what matches my passion. Start from there. One thing is, you will never go wrong in life if you are aligning with passion. Why? Even if you fail in the degree module, you know, okay, I am really bad at this corner, let me work it out. Instead of having to blast the lecturer or parent for everything, at least we will concentrate and say, okay, this is something that I need to really work on. I can't be failing in my profession. I can't be failing in this. I need to be the counselor. I need to be the lawyer. I need to be this person. Inner drive will not allow you to fail. And I believe that supports you in starting within you. So all the very best. We'll take maybe 5 more minutes to ask if you have any things to share, any concerns to start. Having said that, message home for you to take home, the message for you to take home is, ensure you have a dear life. Start with your passion, the internal person who is killing you, do this. It can be very stupid in social mindset. Someone can tell, now very recently I had a client whose parents really want her to be a medical professional, but she loves painting nails. So I said, okay, fine, start with that, start to nail painting, and 6 months down she now has her own salon and she is reading for her medical professional degree as well. So things can start because it aligns with your dream. So wish you all the very best. And finding your inner passion is within you, not with mom or dad. They are being there, they are always there to support you. They will fund you. If you say, I want to do this, give them a plan, they will always support you. So congratulations and all the best in finding the passionate professional in you. Thank you very much.